blue. And the team sheets are already on. Etuga Siraje in goal for St. Mary's Boarding Kitende. Ochaire Collins, Chisiriko Dennis, Tugume Jordan, and Kisake Rorian in the heart of defense. Kajumba Nabiru, Awakenge Cloudy, Chakua Ashraf in the midfield. And Wanume Alvin alongside Kalule Moses up front, but so much options on the bench for them. Obale Rogers, Tumwes Jeparovic, Matovu Peter, Sebagala Ibra, Moviru Samuel, Seraje James, Kabito Marvin, Opacross Elvith, and Oyi Jackson on for them for St. Mary's Boarding Kitende. Rubiri SS. For them on the bench as well, Nduhure Isaac, Semusu Shafik, Brandle Michael, Senyimbo Javis, Bisewan Kambo Pius, Muyonge Adnan, Sally James, all available. And on we go to the pitch. Kitende in white, Rubiri in blue, the champions of Central against the champions of Wakiso. So much of the good football on, and Rubiri now playing it backwards to Malith Arop. And on the lower wing, they go. Lubiri is so comfortable on the ball. And you will see so much composure from the players. And a very good run in Lubiri. Looking forward to break that deadlock. And well cleared away. And a bad pass from Lubiri. Out for a throw in. The first of its kind. And Kitende in charge of it. On the left wing. Throw on. Headed out by Lubiri once again. And headed on. Lubiri making some good runs and clears it off. Kalule Moses now in the middle. Playing, looking for Kalule Moses again. And ball out of play. For a throw in for Lubiri. And the captain plays it back. And in the middle, battling for the ball. Kitende pushing forward. Using the right back. Cross in and headed away by the centre back. Chakua Ashraf close to the penalty area. Has a through pass in. And played back to Kisake. Lorian. Kisake has a cross in. Blocked and well defended. Off by Rubiri. Maritha Rope has a good pass down. Rubiri. Trivela pass looking for Catwall Cat up front. Catwall Cat moving into the penalty area. And efforts blocked for the first corner kick of the game. And it will be Rubiri. Catwall Cat creating some little bit of danger in the left wing against Kitende. And Kitende should be looking forward to defending it as well. And the action comes from Group P. And St. Mary's Boarding Kitende were suppressed yesterday against Bukedia Comprehensive North. Game ended 1-1. And Rubiri won their opening game. They played against Seroma Christian High School. And they won it 3-0. So a win for Rubiri could see them in the round of 32. And crossed on from Lubiri, headed away by Kalule Moses. And ball out of box. But looks like there is a foul in the box for Kitende. And the goalkeeper Etuta Siraje passes it in the right position for Kalule Moses. Has a pass on the line. Nice footwork. And looking for Kisiriko Dennis. A nice defense from the heart of defense for Lubiri. Bazanye Bone. And on the line they go. Lorian Chisake. Well defended. Rubiri back in possession. Looking for someone on the line. Kabuye Waswa. But a foul against Kitende. And that will be a free kick in a very crucial position for Kitende. Lorian Kisake among the takers alongside Chakua Ashraf. Looks like Kisake will take charge of that. Chakwa also getting ready. Who will deliver? Chakwa has a tricky pass and a shot from Wakenge Cloudy, having the best opportunity to break the deadlock for the game yet, but not on target, and out it goes for a goal kick, Lubiri. And in the wing looking for Kabuye Waswa, headed out by Kalule Moses, and throw in on the line, looking for Kabuye again. And now, nice recovery from Kabuye Waswa, loses possession, and now Kitende have a good pass, looking for Kajumba, and the goalkeeper, Weyugira Didan Kasumba, collects for Lubiri, has a long ball over, headed by against a rope, and headed back to a rope in the middle. Kat loses possession. Good through pass, looking for Kajumba again. The number 9 for Kitende, but not yet so lively in the game. 0-0. This game looks to be too big to be a group stage game. The champions of Wakiso against the champions of Central, not the champions of Kampala. Not an easy game at all. In, headed on by Jordan, still in the box. In, headed on by Jordan, still in the box. And looks like there is a foul against Chibuli. And that is a free kick in their own box for Chibuli. And so much pressure for both teams so far. They need to get something out of this. And long ball on. Not a good header. And chasing on the lower wing. Cleared away by Wanume Alvin. Out for a throw in. For Lubiri, Muchibi Ashraf to have the throw for Lubiri. Looking for the captain Arop. And long ball in, cleared away by Claudio Wakenge. And on the lower wing we go. Ochaire Collins cleared the long ball. And looking for the efforts of Kajumba. But ball out of play once again for a throw in for Kitende. And loses possession. But on the lower line, Collins having some good battle for Kitende. Collins, solid enough, plays it in the middle for Claudio Wakenge. Wakenge has switched play, headed away, and Lubiri, now so much of the battle of the ball in the middle. Looking for Jordan Tugume, long cross in, well defended by Lubiri, and tackle down against Kawuki Vincent Marvin of Lubiri is down. And so much of the tough play. And man down for Lubiri. Kawuki Vincent Marvin has some bad knock against him and getting some good medical attention. And of course, Kitende on so much pressure to win because they dropped point yesterday against Bukedia Comprehensive North in the opening group game. And they surely need this, or at least a point, and then win the last game against Roma to find a way into the round of 32. Long ball on, headed away by the Kitende defense, and in the middle, Busolo Twaha knocks it back to the defense. Ochaire Collins playing it down, looking for a fellow Collins. Ochala plays it on the line. Good run from Dennis Kasiriko. Has some good dribbles, plays it back, and well defended away by Malith Arop, the captain battling it for it. And through pass, looking for Lorian, but not good enough to find him. And control zone, Kalule Moses, but ball out of play. For a throw in for Lubiri. In the right back position. Ball on the line, pushes on. Good battles and looks like a foul against Kitende, and Lorian Kisache has a long one, well defended by Lubiri, and Kisache regains possession. Again a three, has a good run Kisake, and the tackle not successive and well cleared by the Lubiri defense. That was a good run from Kisache, and the referee has something to say. Ball out of play and throw in. Kalule Moses has the throw towards the box. Tugume Jordan looking for Ashraf Chakua, and well blocked out. Cleared out for safety. Out of play it is, and throw in for Kitende. And Kitende so far looking to be the better side in the game. So much of the attacking, though still unfortunate not to find the back of the net yet. And the throw in coming in from Kalule Moses. Kitende. And Kalule to have the throw. Lubiri making so much of the defensive work. And cleared away for safety by Kabuye Waswa. And in the middle, Arop Malith battling it out with Ochala Collins. And free kick Kitende once again in the middle of the pitch. And quick reaction looking for Ochala on the lower line. Has a cross in. Well defended by Chibuli. Clearing it for safety. Arop. That is cut and tackled down. Not a good tackle. In the center of the pitch. And that's a free kick for Lubiri. And Bazanye Bone has a long kick for Lubiri, and the goalkeeper Etuta Sraj takes good charge. Long ball again, and in the penalty area, Kitende break the deadlock. 1-0, and the long ball from Etuta Sraj causes some confusion in the Lubiri box, and the goalkeeper Didan Kasumba down, and medical attention on the pitch. But a goal for St. Mary's Boarding Kitende, a game they need so much, and they have the lead fast. And it was that again. Looks like some contact on the goalkeeper, but no foul. And finally, Kajumba Nabiru involved in it. And somehow, Kitende get a goal they needed so much. And 1-0 it is. They take a lead.
We manage the game, every minute.
And the ball is in the center. But Weyugira Didan Kasumba, the Lubiri SS goalkeeper, still trying to get some medical attention. And of course, this looks to be like the best group stage game you can watch. If it isn't Kitende Bukedia, then this is one. Lubiri, champions of Kampala, against Kitende, champions of Wakiso. Now you know how intense the game is. Play restarts. Kitende 1, Lubiri 0, and game on in the middle. Cloudy plays it in the left back for Kalule Moses. Bad pass, out of play. Lubiri have a quick throw, and Chisache Rorian fouled. And ball out of play for a throw in. Kalule Moses has the throw on the line, headed on. Lubiri. Now Kitende in possession to Gume Jordan, battling for it in the middle. And a foul against Lubiri. A free kick in their own half. And to be taken on. Long ball on, and the goalkeeper, Etuta Siraje, once again collects for Kitende, has quick reaction looking for Chakua Ashraf. And on they go. Turn from Kasiriko Dennis, and Dennis shoots from distance. Blocked by Lubiri, and not yet over. Run on from Chakua. Has a good pass, looking for Lorian Chisache. Left wide cross delivery, headed away. And in the middle they go. Playing it back is Cloudy. Passing it down. Confidence from Kitende now. In the middle they go. Played on by Kajumba. Looking for the lower wing. A cross from Ochala. Well blocked. For another corner for Kitende. And Kitende still pushing forward. Good. And Kitende still pushing forward. Good control on the upper wing. A nice turn from Lorian Chisache. Has some good footwork. Lorian delivers a good one into the penalty area. And Ochala has it out of play for a goal kick for Lubiri. And cleared away. Looking for Daniel Malwal guy. And ball cleared for another throw in for Lubiri. And on the lower wing, Muchibi Ashraf has the throw on the line, headed away. Kitende now. And Muchibi has a rebound, headed to the center. And an open boot from Wakenge Cloudy. Shot number 8, Kitende. Has some good dirty work in the midfield. And now a free kick for Lubiri. Scooped into the penalty area. And so long. Looking to finding Kauki Marvin. And the ball is out of play for a goal kick. Kitende. Quick start to Kalule Moses. Moses Kalule plays it back in the heart of defense for Ochaire Collins. Has it out. Nice control. And they lose possession. Now in the middle. Chakua regains possession for Kitende. Has it down on the left right flank. And played in the middle for Kajumba. Kajumba has some nice trick looking for Chakua. And well defended by Lubiri. Back to Kajumba. Kajumba plays it on the lower wing for Ochara. And cleared in the box. Chakua setting it for Wakenge. And well blocked. And Lubiri could be relieved now. Playing a long pass. Looking for cut war cut. And well defended. And Lubiri have it out again. And the difference between the two teams so far, Kitende are having a comfortable pass of the ball. They have so much comfort when in possession, and Lubiri look to be a little bit scared, and Chisache giving them the bodies. Losing possession, Wakenge plays it in the middle, looking for Chakua, loses possession in a dangerous area. A nice defense from Wanume, but a foul against Daniel Malwal guy for Lubiri. Shot number 10. Close to the Kitende box. And we wait to see what kind of kick it is going to be. And Busolo Twa by Lubiri defense. Looking for Kabuye. Kabuye Waswa loses possession in a dangerous area. Kalule had a good cross, but not well met in the penalty area. And ball out of play for a goal kick for Lubiri. Long ball over. Looking for Malwal guy, but headed away. And in the lower wing, Kasiriko Dennis. Chisiriko, good footwork, loses possession, and Collins has a long one in, headed back. And Lubiri equal to the challenge. Kajumba setting it in the middle. Now Wakenge chases. Plays it for Ochala. Into the penalty area. Ochala. And the effort is well blocked by Muchibi Ashraf. Was so good. And Kitende so ambitious in the game. Good cross into the penalty area. Headed off. And cleared away for safety for Lubiri. Ochala. Threatening for another shot. And back to him. Ochala. Very confident. And loses possession. Long ball in. And Kitende confidently with it. And passed by Wanume Alvin and into the box. Another miscommunication. And a foul for a corner. And looks like the defense of Lubiri need to do better in terms of communication. And Weyugira Didan Kasumba, the goalkeeper for Lubiri, not doing so well so far. And a corner for Kitende. Chakua Ashraf to deliver the corner. Chakua starts it for Kalule, and Kalule has a short one in the penalty area, well blocked. Back to Chakua, and Chakua having some good footwork. Chakua still in possession, and up the line, back to Kalule, and Kalule dashing in, tackled down, and has a push. Referee says play on. Kalule has a cross in. Ochala has a rebound, but bounces over the bar. So close. And I think I haven't seen a better attack-minded right back in the tournament so far. Like Ochala. Collins for Kitende. Ochata is doing so well in the other wing. And now, once again pushing. Lorian closing in. And throw in Lubiri. Losu Emmanuel to have the throw. Losu has a throw on. Headed away. Back to Losu. Back in the half. And battling it. Chakua plays it on the lower wing. Kitende pushing hard. And a good run on the line for Kajumba. Into the penalty area. Kajumba has a minus. Well defended. Not yet over. And Tugume Jordan has it over the bar. Chance bottled to make it 2-up for Kitende. But how close was that? And Kitende threatening minute by minute. Showing so much hunger for a win today. And pushing harder and harder game per game. Still in the lead. 1-0. Ball on. Headed. Looking for Maritha Lop. And in the middle. Daniel Malwal guy. Having some footwork. Loses possession to Chakua. Now to Ochata. Ochata plays it back to Wanume. Plays it up front for Ochaire Collins. Ochaire playing with Wakenge. Now to Kalule Moses. Moses is a little bit fouled. Playing with Wakenge. Very confident midfielder. Switch play. Looking for Ochata. Has a run into the penalty area. Ochata minus. Well defended. And cleared away by Bazanye Bone. Into the throw-in. Kitende. must be having the Luganda slangs. Akasanyalazo kaulida. And throw in on the lower wing. And on it goes for Wanume. Playing with Ochata. Now to Wakenge. Chest control. Plays it back to Wanume. Wanume has a long one. Up front, well defended away by Muchibi Ashraf. And now back to the defense. Wakenge. Wanume. Now Chakua has a good through pass to Ochata. And somehow Ochata has a cross into the penalty area. Headed on by Jordan once again. And Jordan missing so many chances for Kitende. But Ochata always finding a way to be free in the right wing and making the good overlaps. And so sweet crosses from him, deserving the Kitende armband. Headed in by Lorian, looking for Kajumba. Back to Lorian Kisache. Lorian has good trickery, and Lorian finding space to shoot. Now Wakenge out of the box, and the shot is off target and out of play once again. And Kitende, so good so far. So much composure. And now it is a goal kick for Lubiri. Long kick over. Looking for a rope, but headed away by Chakua. So much dominancy in the midfield. Playing with Ochata. Ochata, very confident. Plays it back to the centre back. And the shaky pass. Loses possession. Close to the penalty area. Malitha Rope has good delivery. And the rope. So close for Lubiri. And ball out of play. And almost costing his team is Ochaire Collins. And down the wing. A back pass to the goalkeeper. Etutas Raje. Confident. Playing with Ochaire Collins. So much confidence for them. Ochaire has a long one up front. And on chases Dennis Chisiriko. Plays it back to Lorian Kisache. Nice dribbles on the left wing. Kisache bends. Plays it back. And a zero pass. Lubiri have the mathematics. And clear it up front. Looking for cut war cut. And cleared away by Wanume. And Ochata in the penalty area. Ball out of play for a goal kick for Lubiri. And Lubiri doing so much of the defensive work so far. And pressed so high by Kitende. And they are already a goal down. And in my opinion, they have nothing to lose. They should be pressing up front. Through pass, looking for Kajumba. Lost down, back to Chakua. Chakua dashing in, looking for Ochata. Dangerman on the wing. Ochata has a delivered cross. And looking for Chisiriko Dennis, but ball out of play for another kick for Lubiri. And man down. The Ochata wing bringing problems again and again. And down goes Muchibi Ashraf for Lubiri SS. Of course, he's been so much on the defensive side all the time. And he's been made to work so much. And so he has to have the physical strain. But Kitende still with a comfortable lead. And all they need is to keep their goal safe, not to concede, and then look for more up front, get 3 from this game, and then find a way to beat Seroma in their last game, that is tomorrow. And back to the pitch they are. Kitende still having a very comfortable lead. Remember, we are live on the USSSA YouTube channel and live as well on DStv. channel 366 for DStv, 356 on AZAM, 077 on Zuku, and channel 468 on StarTimes. Also available on the Afro mobile app and available as well on the free-to-air decoders. And we are located in Kamukuzimbarara City. And a goal kick for Lubiri. Long ball over and defended by Chakua, looking for Kajumba. Nice control on and nice dribbles. Kajumba 2 against 1 and in the corner flag finding a way but has it out of play for a goal kick. Now here they go. Muchibi Ashraf takes charge of the kick back to Chakua, and somehow Kitende have dominated the midfield. They are doing so good, and in the middle, well defended away by Ochaire, and in the middle Lubiri control. That is Marvin Vincent, and battling it out. Kitende regain position. Tugume Jordan playing with Chakua through pass not read, but a foul against Chakua, and that is a free kick for Kitende close to the midfield, and Chakua to have the delivery. Chakua, the set piece specialist for Kitende, has a long one in and headed away by Arop in the middle. So much battles. Chakua regains possession, playing with Wakenge, looking for Chisache Lorian. Has some good fight, plays it back to Ochaire. Ochaire plays with the goalkeeper, Etuta Seraje, so confident, plays it to Wanume, and Wanume has a long one into the Lubiri box and well collected by Didan Kasumba. Long one headed forward by Busolo Twaha, regains possession, looking for Marvin Kauki, loses possession, now back to Waswa Kabuye. Diagonal in and well met by Wakenge, doesn't control it quite well, and looking for Catwar, having some good dribbles in and battling it out with Chakua. Back and cleared up front by Lubiri. Muchibi Ashraf headed back to Muchibi, chest control, and in the middle Lubiri having dominance now, trying to settle, and the chest pass from Kabuye Waswa, but cleared away for a throw in for Lubiri, and Losu Emmanuel has the throw on the line, and so good footwork from Lubiri, and in the box Kabuye making a drive. Kabuye, the efforts are blocked and danger cleared away by Ochaire, looking for upfront options by Dennis, and now Kajumba loses possession. Lubiri now. Arop plays it back to Losu Emmanuel, and Losu loses possession. Nice body, Dennis, and is brought down. Referee says play on, and a long one. Looking for Catwar and defended away by Wanume. And Wanume clearing it away for safety, almost losing it to Arop. And back to Kalume Moses, plays it in the middle for Wakenge. Wakenge Cloudy passes it down and loses possession. And close to the penalty area, Daniel Malwal Guy is brought down, and the referee says no foul. And goal kick for Kitende. And looks to have been having a note. Daniel Malwal Guy, shot number 10 for Lubiri SS, still down, and the referee has to see, check on what's wrong. And honestly, looks like there was contact on him, and that was close to the penalty area. So close, and the referee says no foul. Play resumes, looking for Chakua in the middle. Through pass on. Kajumba playing a 0 for Ochata, but cleared away by Lubiri defense. Muchibi Ashraf involved in Chakua delivering a cross, well defended away by Bazanya Bone, and in the middle they go. Malwal battling it. Wakenge regains possession, playing for Chakua. Passes from Kajumba looking for Ochata, and this time Ochata not available at the moment, and out for a throw in. Bad throw from Lubiri. And what kind of a throw is that? From Muchibi Ashraf. Not good at all. And now a throw in. Ochata to have it in for Kitende. Has a restart. And looking for Jordan. Jordan in a battle. Loses the battle in the middle. Marith Arop. Lubiri. Captain pushing on. And Marith plays it on the lower wing. Cleared away by Muchidi. And nice control in the middle by Kisache. Plays a throw pass to Kajumba. Has nice footwork. And ball cleared away. Up front looking for Catwalk Cat. Arop plays a long one. Wakenge regains possession. Playing with Wanume. Passing the ball down to the lower wing. And now Chakua playing with Ochata. Chakua running in. Ochata plays a tricky pass and ball is out of for a throw in for Lubiri in the lower wing, and Muchibi to have the throw. Ashraf has it in and they lose possession. Malwal guy through pass on and well controlled in the center back. Kalule Moses has a bad pass and running on. Kabuye Waswa for Lubiri on the line. Kabuye, nice trickery. Kabuye, so confident. Plays it in the middle. And Vincent Marvin looking for Kabuye again. And Kabuye has it out of play for a throw in for Kitende. And throw in on the line, looking for Chisache Lorian, out of play. Another throw in, and this time for Lubiri it is. Losu Emmanuel has quick throw, and ball in from Kabuye Waswa in the penalty area. And the referee says handball against Lubiri. And the fan base not so happy about it. And that is going to be a free kick for Kitende. Etuta Sraje has a long kick on, headed by the Lubiri defense. And in the middle, Chakua. And looks like a foul on the Lubiri SS player. And a free kick for Lubiri. Close to the center. Long ball on the wing. Chested on by Kabuye Waswa. And that is the first half whistle. And at half time, Kitende having so much confidence with the ball and dominating the midfield with options of Wakenge and Chakua. And the goal from Kajumba puts the icing on the cake. And at half time, the champions of Wakiso, St. Mary's Boarding And so back we are for the second half of the game between St. Mary's Boarding Kitende and Lubiri SS. And at the break, Kitende had a comfortable lead, 1-0. Not so comfortable as such, but comfortable in the moment because they are dominating possession and they are playing quite confident with the ball. And 1-0 it is. Second half on, St. Mary's 1, Lubiri 0. And now back in play. And this time, playing it back, Lubiri, Muchibi Ashraf has a long one, well blocked. And they go on, looking for the lower option of Kabuye Uwaswa. Has some good control of the ball. And Kabuye is shielded. And out it is for a goal kick for St. Mary's Boarding Kitende. The goalkeeper, Etutas Raje, to take charge of it. And need for fresh legs for Kitende. And Matovu Peter should be coming on. And paving way is the goal scorer himself, Kajumba Nabiru, substituted off after so much of the hard work in the first half. And need for new energy up front for Kitende. Etutas Raj has the ball in, headed away by Muchiri Ashraf. In the middle we go. They lose possession. And Busolo Twaha is tackled down across the center of the pitch for a free kick for Lubiri. And who is taking charge? Lubiri SS free kick, and the referee commands him to have the ball a little bit back and signals the takeover. And a shot not on target, out of play for a goal kick for St. Mary's Boarding Kitende. I'm AP Haaland, and we are live on USSSA YouTube channel and live as well on Tayari West TV Irakaritu, live from the hill of Kamukuzi in Mbarara City. And Tayari West TV is channel 356 on AZAM, 366 on DStv, 077 on Zuku, and channel 468 on StarTimes. Also available on the Afro mobile app, and also available on the free-to-air decoders. And St. Boarding Kitende, not just coincidence to be leading. And the long ball on. Up front, headed away. In the middle they go. So much of the battle. Kauki Marvin wins it. Plays a good pass on the upper wing. Looking for Daniel Malwal Guy. Has good control for Lubiri. And Malwal Guy, tiny, and tackle in the penalty area. And no foul. Advantage played. Referee says the throw in. And Lubiri pleading for a penalty. And the captain is down. Abui Malith Arop of Lubiri tackled in the penalty area. And the referee thinking about it. A foul. And wait to see what the referee says. But the referee looks to be saying no foul. And Kitende should be relieved by now. And how close was that? And need for medical attention on the pitch for the captain, Malith Arop. And not so good news for them as Lubiri. And Lubiri not happy with the decision. And you could watch that as many times as possible. And Lubiri look so frustrated, and they somehow feel deep down inside them that it should have been a penalty, but the referee contradicts. And a throw in for Lubiri, but their captain is still down, Maritha Rope, in the penalty area. And Kitende really need a second goal as quick as possible. Find a way out, and another foul close to the box. Daniel Malwal guy is down, and the yellow card is issued out to Jordan Tugume for Kitende. Not a good foul for them. And a free kick awarded to Lubiri in a very good area for them. And where can they put it? Bazanye Bone to take charge of it. And Bone, the referee, making command. And the captain is back on the pitch, Arop Marie. And Bone Bazanye for Lubiri has a good one, blocked by the shield. And they regain possession, looking for Bazanye, and Wakenge regains possession. Ball on them. Chakua, not good enough, and ball is out of possession. Out of play for a throw in for Kitende. Ochata to have the throw for Kitende. And Ochata looking for Chakua, loses possession, chest control Arop, and through passes flying in, well defended, back to Arop. Lubiri making a run, and into the area goes Malwal, has it over the bar, and out of play. And not a good final touch from the boy. Daniel Malwal guy, shot number 10 for Lubiri. And bad start for Kitende. And to be honest, Kitende have not had a comfortable play in the second half. And Lubiri are so much on the scary side. And cleared up front, looking for Dennis Kisiriko. So confident with the ball, making some good dribbles, loses possession, and cleared away by Lubiri. Looking for Malwal, cleared away by Ochata. Chest control Wakenge. Plays it on the line again for Ochata, and Ochata is blocked. And Ochata, the captain, dribbled past, and ball cleared away. Back to the defense, cleared in the middle. Chest control by Matovu Peter, has it up front, and fighting in Dennis Kisiriko. Loses possession now. Arop playing with Malwal, and handball in a crucial position. And Ochaire Collins has the handball on the ball, but the young boy Daniel Malwal guy, shot number 10 for Lubiri, creating so many problems for the Kitende defense. And free kick in quite a good area for them. Busolo Twaha to take charge of it. Lubiri still hunting for an equalizer. So much pressure for Smask. The ball hit the crossbar. What a free kick! Busolo Twaha for Lubiri. This was miraculous. Never seen this before. And oh my God. Narrow escape Kitende. What a free kick that was. And survive. And a narrow header off target by the captain, Maritha Rock. And out of play it is, but Kitende should thank God. This was a brilliant strike from Lubiri SS and narrow escape. Goal kick, Kitende on, and a long kick, looking for the options up front, headed on, looking for Dennis Kisiriko, and Lubiri have Muchiri playing it in the middle, and they play it down, looking for Losu Emmanuel, plays a good pass, intercepted on by Matovu Peter, making runs for Kitende, has it on, and well defended, off it goes, and they regain possession, long pass, looking for Tugume Jordan, but so long and out of play. Play resumes. Tugume Jordan Kitende looking for a way out and blocked. Referee says play on. And Ochata, confident play from Matovu Peter, plays it backwards, clear, looking for the boy up front. Tugume Jordan for Kitende, loses possession to Malwal. On the line he goes. And the referee says out of play. And throw in it is for Kitende. And shot number 10, Daniel Malwal guy, being so much of a danger man in the second half. They play it back to Wanume. Wanume clears it far up front. And Lubiri heading on. And tackled on is Kisiriko Dennis. And his efforts are blocked for a corner. And that's the first corner for Kitende in the second half. They've not had a comfortable game. And a corner for them on the upper side. And on to deliver is Kisake Lorian. Part of the Uganda Cubs under 17 that played in Ethiopia last year and took Uganda to AFCON. And on for the second. And Kitende find the back of the net. Chakua Ashraf, shot number 20, Kitende finds the back of the net to make it 2 up for them. And Lubiri so upset. Of course, Chakua, part of the Uganda Cubs under 17, alongside teammate Lorian Chisake, that is shot number 15, part of the under 17 that took Uganda Cubs to AFCON, the AFCON that is ongoing in Morocco, starting in 2 days from now. And so good for them. And of course, they missed a third partner, Owen Mukisa, who is already in Morocco with the Uganda Cups. And Chakua national team material shows the difference. And St. Mary's Boarding Kitende 1, 2, Lubiri SS nil, and Lubiri looking for 3. And now, as things stand, they tie on points, 3-3. And Kitende are now ahead of Lubiri in goal difference, because Lubiri won by 3 yesterday, and now subtract 2 from them, and they remain with 1, and Kitende now making it to 4 points. They drew against Bukedia yesterday, and now they have a win for them as it stands, and they are good to go. And very bad tackle in the middle of the pitch against Kisiriko Dennis, and back on his feet, Wakenge to take charge of the free kick, close to the center of the pitch. There you go. And back to Wakenge. Kitende in possession. Wakenge plays it up. Look, Ochaire. Ochaire in the middle for Matovu. Back to Wanume. Leaving it for the goalkeeper, Etuta Siraje. Has a long one up front, looking for Dennis. And Dennis is flagged offside. And on goes the ball. Buzanya Bone plays a long one, headed off, and looking for the lower options. Headed on, a rope cleared away by the left back for Kitende. And ball so high. Battle zone, Matovu heading it for. And a very good dribble from Chakua. Has a good pass on the upper wing for Dennis Kesiriko. And tackled away by Bazanye Bone.
5 minutes.
Out for a throw in. And Ochata to have the throw for Kitende. Shot number 2 and captain for Kitende. Very solid right back. Making so many of the overlaps in the game. And Ochata has the throw. Delivering in a cross. And headed on in the box. And kick on him. And Tumwes Jeparovic brought down. And now up front. Moving on is the captain. Arop Mali plays it in the middle. Tackled by Wakenge. And that is a foul. Wakenge has a foul tackle judged by the referee. And in the middle they go. And Lubiri looks so good in set pieces so far. And so unlucky not to get a goal from set piece. Because the Busolo Twaha free kick hit the crossbar. And Busolo Twaha once again going for this one. Where does he put it? Busolo Twaha. It's another bender. And so close. But over the bar it goes. For a goal kick, Kitende. And Busolo Twaha. Looks like a player who deserves a UPL team football. And I will find out. Ball on. Kitende making some good runs. Looking for Ochata. Danger man has a double lap on the line. And cleared out of play. For a throw in. For Kitende. And ball on back to Ochata. Blocked again and out of play for the throw in. Ochata restarts play looking for Parovic. And shielded for a goal kick for Lubiri. And Bazanye Bone, no time to waste, has a long one. Looking for Malwal. Cleared away. By Matovu Peter, playing some serious footwork for Kitende. And a throw in by Muchibi for Lubiri, headed away. Chakua heads it on and looks like a bad throw. And need for fresh legs. And on comes Senyimbo Muchibi Jarvis for Lubiri. And off goes Vincent Marvin to bring in Brandle Michael for Lubiri. To have something in the middle. Ochata to have the rethrow for Kitende. Ochata has it in. Looking for Chisake, back to Ochata. Captain making some good dribbles. Ochata playing it with Parovic to Mwesije. Back to Ochata. Cross in, not good enough. And in the penalty area, taken out by Tumwesije Parovic. And on they go. Long ball from Lubiri. Looking for the lower wing. Well controlled by Losu. Emmanuel plays a long one and cleared away by the defense and back out for a throw for Lubiri. Losu Emmanuel to have the throw in the right back position. Losu has a throw on, headed on the line. A nice control by the captain Arop. Plays it back. And nice crosses in, cleared away by Kitende. Efforts from Kisiriko Dennis. And that was a bad tackle from Losu. And the yellow card. Hooking for Lubiri. Losu Emmanuel sees yellow from the referee. And still down is Kisiriko Dennis. Looks to have some little bit of the pain. Not a good tackle on him at all. And they take the free kick. Kitende, having some good command, plays it back to Wakenge. And Wakenge plays it up front. Nice control. Plays it back to Wanume. And clears it away for safety. To the hands of the Lubiri goalkeeper, Kasumba Didan Weyugira. Has a long kick up front, headed on, looking for Marop, the captain. And in the middle they go. Wakenge heads it on, looking for Chakwa. Loses possession. And they play it. Busolo Twaha plays a blind pass out of play. Was looking for Losu Emmanuel. And a throw in on Chakwa. Plays it back. And back to Chakwa again. Chakwa, goal scorer. Plays it back. Cleared by Wanume. Up front, no options for Kitende. And heading it on. And misses. And the bad tackle Kitende by Dennis Kisiriko. And he sees yellow as well. And medical attention required on the pitch. Bazanya Bone, one of the best kickers for Lubiri SS, is down. And not so good for them. And not a player that Lubiri would love to have off. Unfortunately, back up. Play resumes. Wakenge heads it on. Parovic to Mwesije, heading it on and cleared up front. Matovo Peter looking for Ochata in the right back. So much confidence. Plays with Parovic. Nice turn and through pass on in the lower wing. Looking for upper cross and ball out of play. Not a good control from upper cross Elvis. Substitute recently on for Kitende, shot number 4. And a throw in on the lower wing for Kitende. Kalule Moses has it in for Parovic. And Kalule loses possession to Kabuye Waswa. Bad tackle. And that's a free kick for Lubiri. Losu Emmanuel to take charge of that. Long ball on Lubiri. And heads high. Wakenge heads it back to the goalkeeper. Etuta Siraje finding means of wasting some time and finds comfort down. Etuta Siraje has a long kick and in the middle they go, headed back by Lubiri. Nice control in the middle by Javis Muchiri and looking for Daniel Malwar is flagged offside once again. And every time Lubiri try to get something, and looks like need for fresh legs, Kitende. And Kisiriko is down. Dennis, shot number 11, looks to be a little bit tired. And Kisiriko is taken off after a very physical game for him. He's been good at holding the ball up front for Kitende and is brought out alongside Chafua. And national team material off. And 2 boys on. Sebagala Ibra for Kitende. Shot number 6 alongside Seraje James. Shot number 12 are on to look for more. Lubiri defensing. And on in the midfield. Sebagala Ibra. Fresh leg. And on goes Ochata. Playing a through pass in the penalty area. And shooting off target. Goes the shot from upper cross Elvis. So close. And Lubiri to have a goal kick. Ball on. Headed by the captain. A nice play from Matovu. Playing with Wakenge. Midfield Geno. Passed back to him. Good through pass on the lower wing. Looking for Kalule. Ball blocked. And out of play for a throw in. Kitende. Kalule Moses to have the throw. Has it on the line. Looking for Siraje James. Nice control and pulls from Lubiri. Free kick Lubiri. Quick reaction on the line and Parovic has it out again for another throw for Lubiri. Free kick. Yes, it is. Free kick Lubiri. Long ball over into the penalty area, headed on, looking for Malwal. And Malwal, good footwork, sets it in. And some little block. Wakenge involved. And Wakenge wins the ball, but back to the captain. And a shot on Malwal. Flagged offside once again. And that's obvious and visible by anyone. And the goalkeeper, Etute Siraje, to take charge of it. And free kick for Kitende. Long ball on. Headed away. And back. Goes in the middle. Nice battle for the ball. And not a good control. Now up front. Well recovered by Kalule Moses. And so much energy on Wakenge. Coming down the play. Wakenge clears it in the middle. Bad pass. Brandle Michael switches it in for Lubiri. Not a good pass. And Etuta Siraje, so comfortable in the box, collects. He finds comfort. Etuta has a long one up and not met. And ball on. Seraje James looks to have made a foul against the Lubiri player. And Bazanya Bone to take charge of the free kick. Has a long one, looking for the captain a rope. And cleared away by Kitende in the middle. Sebagala Ibra. Switch play on. Looking for the fair substitute Seraje James. And out it goes for a throw. And Muchiri Ashraf to have the throw for Lubiri. Muchiri has the throw on. Well knocked. And on they go. In the middle, Wakenge close to the penalty area. And pass blocked. That was so good from Lubiri defense. Long ball on. Headed away. And the captain a rope. Making some aerial efforts. Matovo Peter. Knock on. Sebagala Ibra. Passing it to Wakenge. Wakenge passes. Very good free pass. In the middle. And they go. Elvis loses possession. Long pass on from Twaha. Headed back to the goalkeeper. Etuta Siraje has a good pass below. Wanume clears it out for 13. And headed on. Looks like there is a foul against Lubiri. And Bazanya Bone has a long one. And into the safe area for Etuta. So confident. And takes charge of the ball. Plays it to Wanume. Clearing it away. Headed on. Back in play. In the middle. Matovu Peter has a good pass. Osebagala looking for Ochata. Captain plays it back behind. And back to Ochata. Ochata. Nice through passes to Matovu Peter. Matovu playing with Ochata. And Ochata very confident and tackled down. Referee says play on. Ochata left down and passes backwards. Azanya has a long one. Well taken charge of by the defense. And Matovu Peter loses possession in a crucial area. And the captain pushing forward. And finds the back of the net. From Matovu Peter error. And the captain has a consolation for Lubiri. And the champions of Kampala are back in it. 2-1 and game on. Kitende back to the pressure. They badly need 3 points for today. And Matovu Peter so much confident with the ball. Has been slow but sure all game. But finally has a shaky mistake. And the coaches must be so much disappointed. And too much of everything is always bad. And Matovu Peter doing the mistake. And Kitende have to play business again. And Ochata a little bit fouled. And the fan base not happy at all. And we wait and see what comes out of the game. 2-1 and game on. And the few minutes to go are minutes to watch. Long ball on. Kitende heading to the penalty area. Have an appeal for a penalty. Captain Arot heads on. And now the header is off target. Parovic. Kitende tackled down. Ref says play on. Rob has a long one. Intensive game. In the lower wing, Shafik Semusu clears it in the box, headed away Kitende. And in the middle they go. And pressure mounting. And on they push. And tackled down. Lubiri fighting harder. And nice control. From Ashraf Muchimi plays it down. And Kitende have a free kick. So much of the action. And the goalkeeper very correct. When you get at it and Kasumba, what an intense game it is. And below the wing, they go. Losu Emmanuel has a good cross on. And now Lubiri mounting some pressure. Cleared the way into the half of Lubiri. Headed on in the middle. And pushes on. Parovic has a push from behind. And that will be a free kick for Lubiri. And so much to regret for Kitende. The moment they put off Chakua Ashraf alongside Kisiriko Dennis, so much exposure now against them and pressure mounting on them. But all the problems could result from Matovu Peter, who had so much confidence with the ball. And now on to go. The goalkeeper Etuta Siraje has a long kick on, headed away by Losu Emmanuel. And Wanume heads it back away. Now Lubiri having some little bit of the confidence. Wakenge plays it down the wing for Kalule. And ball out for a throw in for St. Mary's Kitende. And on the lower line, Wanume to have the throw for Kitende. Intense game it is. And he opts for a free kick. Yes, it is Wanume to take charge of the free kick for Kitende. Wanume has a long one in the penalty area and headed off. Looking for Malual, heading on. And chase control from Brandle Michael. Back to Malual. And Kitende regain possession. Sebagala Ibra making a run. And Sebagala has it in. Headed out. And Malual Guy on the line. Having it over. Passing it Lubiri. Pushing forward. And the handball. Yes, it is. And Lubiri have a free kick. And the fan base all boiling. And now, here it goes. Free kick Lubiri. Long ball on. Looking for Malual. And Malual has a run. Plays it in. Still in play. And ball out of play. And now that is a goal kick for Kitende. You can see the pressure on the Kitende touchline. And they need the win so bad enough. They need the 3 points as soon as possible. And the goalkeeper is down. Etuta Siraje for Kitende needs some medical attention. And Ochata, the captain, also looking to have some discomfort. And now so much of injury turn ongoing. And Ochata having some discomfort with the undercloth. And now Kitende looking for a way to calm down and reduce the pressure because the game had got so much intensity on it. And now back they go. And Etuta back onto his feet. And goal kick it is for Kitende. And Wanume to take the goal kick. Has a long one up front. Headed on by Losu Emmanuel. Ball on. And shielded for a throw in. And battling for the ball. Losu has a throw on. Looking for the captain. Arop has bad control. And in the middle, Wanume clears. And the goalkeeper, Didan Kasimba, takes good charge. And Didan with a long one in. Heading in Marop. Cleared away by Wanume. In the center back for Kitende. And high up it goes. Battle from Siraje James. So much. Siraje wins the duel. And cleared away by Muchini Ashraf. Close to the box. Headed on looking for Malwal. And ball solo goes out of play. For a goal kick. For Kitende. And on to play is Etuta Siraje. Leaves it for Wanume. Wanume has a long one up front. And on they go. Oh, that is a neck tackle against Kitende. And that is a free kick in a very vital area. They have to do better of the defending. Lubiri and Wakenge. Leaves it for Opakroth. Elvis to take charge. Opakroth looks to be the selected man to bring it in. Now, can Kitende get the third and be comfortable about this? And Opakroth has a good one. Headed out. And in possession is Brandle Michael. And Ochata has it out of play. For a throw in Kitende. Ochata, shot number 2 Kitende, has it on the line. Headed away. Looking for Malwal. Ochata has the bender in. And time to shoot, but cleared away by Lubiri. Played back in. Muchiri has it up front again. Headed away by Okaire. And in the middle they go. The captain Arop knocked away and headed on, and the player down for Lubiri. And looks like it's a tough foul against him on the head. And he was in an area duel with Ochaire Collins for Kitende. And looks to have been a little bit hurt. Losu Emmanuel. And now, some fight for the ball in the middle. So much trickery in the middle. And now, the referee needs to have play backing and a drop ball. And 2 minutes to play. Signals the referee. Ball on Wakenge heads. Looking for Seraje James. And cleared away by Matovu. Out of play it is. For a throw in. And on we go. Muchibi has a throw on. Headed on. And cleared away by Ochata. Up front. Lubiri pushing forward. Poor control. A nice pass from Opacross. Looking for Wakenge. Has a Trivera. And in the back of Lubiri. Confident defending. Opacross. Battling it out for it. Plays it with Parovic to Mwesije. And Wanume. In defensive position. Heads it on. And out of play it is. Day. And all the action and more coming up tomorrow on the USSSA YouTube channel and live on Tayari West TV, channel 366 on DStv, 468 on StarTimes, channel 356 on AZAM, and channel 077 on Zuku, also available on the Afro mobile app and available as well on the free-to-air decoders. I'm AP Haaland, and at full time, St. Mary's boarding Kitende 2, Lubiri 1, a narrow escape for Kitende, and we call it a wrap-up for day 2 for National Boys Football. And now, we link up tomorrow, the day 3, and closing day of the boys football group stages as we head for the knockout in the days to come.
Sababu kumsimamia yako kwa sport. Still safe. Ina kwa kawasote beso chile mukati bagenda tu. Ko let's go for it. Yeah, Bene che mi ha detto la che sto facendo. Certo, quella cosa trovavamo per figli, ma non è che ho fatto sempre che diva la Kuchi kerevano che kuchira, perché venga a fare una zaga. Sempre da quindi deve venire in modo. Quella che game ya giovane ya go di Kitende. Se ne ha tirato perché si prima che va si va da qui. E tu, se ti sta fa about the from Piro Bobo mai. I only way we come back out the rain, I spend out on church. No. What's that? Quasi. Stava una pena reservare il video perché c'era cosa non mi vedo stanno cosa tagliata per stare faceva pure speriamo hanno avuto che il primo mago spera